What's good, RIZZLE fam? As you might already know, the guy who was charged with murdering Takeoff is now behind bars. The fact initially gave people some sort of relief since people thought the case would be coming to a close. But it seems like it's only getting more complicated as new bizarre details keep popping up. Did Peter fire the gun by accident, or was he doing it in the direction of someone else? It looks like we're finally gonna be able to have some answers. Patrick Xavier, who was involved in the shooting that took Take's life, showed up in front of a court just a couple of days ago for the first time. His attorney defended him and claimed that he's innocent. That's not enough for you. He also hired a private investigator. And what's more, the court helped him. He wants to clear his name by any means necessary, and it looks like he might just succeed. Takeoff, one of the three Migos members, was shot and killed outside of a bowling alley in Houston in November. Fast forward 1 month and here we are with plenty of new information, but we're still left with a lot of unanswered questions. See, there's still a couple of names that keep coming up for some reason, and nobody knows exactly why, but we know that they're responsible in some way. Apart from the already mentioned Patrick Xavier, we also got J. Prince Jr. on the roster as well as Lil Cam. Let's start with Patrick, and you'll just see how the other two people are connected too. The latest news that comes from the courtroom is that Patrick Xavier requested some moolah in order to cover the expenses of hiring a private investigator, and believe it or not, the judge approved. He was given $5K for the PI who tried to clear Patrick's name somehow. Apparently, he's got a hella good lawyer. His legal team managed to find a detective who is willing to work $85 an hour in order to help pull any kind of info that he can. Is it gonna help? Who knows, man. It just might. In the filing, Clark's lawyer claimed he's broke because he and his family have exhausted all finances to pay for his attorney, who has agreed to a substantially reduced rate. They're trying to find out anything to improve Patrick's defense in the front of the jury. Moreover, Clark's motion ordered the Harris County Sheriff's Office to bend their back a little bit. They even allowed the private investigator to communicate with him in jail and can even bring his laptop, audio recording devices, and a printer. The recent developments got a lot of people thinking if there's someone else behind this killing. Rumors of snitching have started to spread all across the internet. Comments on social media suggest that there might be more to it than what meets the eye. One comment also hinted at the direction in which we look for more answers. He knows something and don't want to just say it, so he's gonna let the PI do the telling for him. I bet my last breath J. Prince has something to do with it. His behavior after the shooting had guilty all over it. As you can see, people still have their suspicions about J. Prince Jr. He's been a major suspect of all the internet detectives, and for good reason too. Everyone knows that wherever J. Prince or mob ties pulls up, trouble follows almost instantly. Plus, J. Prince is involved in this thing in so many different ways. For starters, it was a party that he organized. The location, all the people who were invited, etc. That was all his doing. Next is the fact that at this point, that the only people who were cleared to carry guns on them were the people who got the blessing from J. Prince Jr. He was the one who set the ground rules. Had he stripped all of the folks present of guns, perhaps Takeoff would still be with us. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Last, but certainly not least, nobody got over the fact that J. Prince walked over Takeoff's dead body like it was nothing. You can't deny the fact that it was hella weird seeing it without even flinching. One comment wrote, "For me, this whole situation is disgusting. The fact that J. Prince invited them to his birthday and then walks over Take carelessly as if he is a dead animal pumping his chest will never sit right with me." Apart from that, there's the reason to believe that J. Prince is involved because of something that came up in front of the court too. Patrick getting his bond set to $2 million was not the only important thing that happened with the law. Prince family had their name all over the documents, and the reason why is because Patrick Xavier was specifically told that he could not talk to the Prince family. Now, why in the world would they do that? Well, one might say it's because they believe the Prince family, or rather J. Prince Jr. in particular, might have some sort of interest in this case. Truth be told, their name was cleared later by the judge, but the fact that so much info even slipped to the public in the first place is already a good place to start if you're a PI and you want to clear the client's name. Another person who's been in the media for a minute is Lil Cam, the famous Migo hater who was also involved in the gunfight that took Takeoff's life. Lil Cam also appeared in front of the court, but for reasons totally different than Patrick Xavier. Lil Cam was caught slipping. He had no legal right to carry a firearm with him during his parole, yet he did, and that's exactly what put him behind bars. However, what kept him there is the legit suspicion that he might be in on this case as well. Everyone believes that it was actually Lil Cam that shot Takeoff, not Patrick Xavier, not Migo Bands, but it seems like the authorities think otherwise, and because of that, he didn't catch a body charge just yet. People suspect that J. Prince could have been the one who orchestrated the entire incident, given the fact that he's got a lot of power and, more importantly, all the people who are connected to the shoot are also connected to him in one way or another. Now, this doesn't make him guilty of anything, innocent until proven otherwise, as they like to say, but it makes you wonder if the night that we lost Takeoff was just a foolish accident or if it was something else, something more sinister. But what's y'all's take on this tragic end of Takeoff's life? Do you give respect to the conspiracies on the internet that claim Jay Prince was the one responsible, or do you think that Patrick Xavier was the one who did it? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Be sure to check out this next one if you dug this video. Click that like and subscribe button, and as always, remember to keep it RIZZLE.